Hi guys, so I'm going to take you guys through the foundation naughty exercises or naughty options. So our first set is our plank walks and our 10 super people. So plank walks, a couple of options you can do is you can come from an incline position, a chair, a couch in your house. We're going to go in, out, out. That's one rep, making sure those hips stay high. To make it harder, we can just go lower. We can come from the ground as well, shoulders over our hands, in, out, out. So that's one rep, and we're going to do 10. From there, we're going to go into those super people. So we're going to come all the way down on the ground, arms up overhead, and we're going to exhale, squeeze those glutes, lifting our hands and our quads off the floor, nice and controlled, and then all the way back down. And we're going to do 10 there. We have 10 rounds of those two exercises. Okay, our next exercise set is a 30-second hip lift hold. Now we can come from the ground, here, knees are bent, pushing through our whole entire foot, squeezing those glutes, keeping that nice straight line. Hips are up, we're gonna hold here for 30 seconds. We can also flip around and use our chair to make it a little bit more difficult. Bumps nice and close to that chair, pushing through our heels and popping those hips up nice and half. Now we got a little bit further to keep those hips up. 30 seconds. Your second exercise of that set is a core alternating heel touch. Knees are still bent. You're gonna lift those shoulders up slightly off the floor. Hands are straight, and we're gonna tip side to side, reaching for those heels, keeping our shoulder blades up off the floor. And we're gonna go 30 seconds there. Okay, they're each 30 seconds, and we're gonna have 10 rounds of those two exercises. Our next challenge is a descending ladder. Okay, which means that the reps go from high to low. So we're going to start, we got squats and push-ups. So we can start with body weight squats if we'd like. Sitting back through our heels. Okay, we can have our feet straight ahead. We can also open those toes up slightly to the outside, making sure that we're squeezing our glutes as we stand up nice and tall. We have 10 squats, and then we go right into 10 push-ups. Now you can come from an incline position with our knees bent, shoulders down, pushing our chest through and towards that chair. Big exhale as we push away. We can also come from the floor in that kneeling position a little bit harder. Okay, and then we can come then and move to a standing on our toes position from that incline. And to make it more difficult, we go from those toes. And keeping a nice straight line through our body. So what'll happen is we'll do 10 squats into 10 push-ups. Next round we'll do 9 squats, 9 push-ups, 8, 7, all the way down to 1. Okay, you can make those squats a little bit harder by holding on to a set of dumbbells. You can hold them at your side for your squat. You can also, if you just have the one, you can hold it at your chest or in between your legs here. Okay, so those are your options for that. Your next one is ascending ladder. So same exercises that we just did, but this time we go from 1 to 10. So we do 1 squat, 1 push-up, 2 squats, 2 push-ups, and so on and so forth, all the way up to 10 reps. Okay, so that's how that works. Your next set of exercises is a single leg drop. We're gonna lie down on the floor. Now you can do it without any weight. Okay, knees are up. Knees can be bent if you'd like to start with. Alternating, dropping those heels to the ground, keeping that lower back flat on the floor. To make it harder, we extend that lever, we straighten those legs out and come into that drop. We're not hitting the floor, we're just coming just above it. We can also hold on to our weight if we'd like, up above our chest, okay, to add a little bit extra to things. We're gonna go 30 seconds here. From there, you're gonna come into your boat pose. Now, a few ways you can do to start off and then make it more challenging if you like. You're gonna come in, bring those knees up, okay, so that they're bent. We're going to lift those shoulder blades up off the floor, arms up to the side, shoulders down, and we're going to hold here, making sure that we're breathing, keeping that lower back on the floor. 30 seconds to make it harder, we extend 1 leg, make it harder, we extend 2 legs, make it even harder, we start to lower those legs, okay? So we got 30 seconds of each exercise, and we got 5 rounds. All right, so your next pairing, okay, is a wall sit. We have a wall sit for 30 seconds. Find a piece of wall in your house. We're gonna sit down, okay, so we're at a 90-degree angle. Shoulders are pulled back, we're not leaning forward. Up nice and tall, you can cross those hands over your chest if you like. Okay, but working those quads We can also hold on to a weight to make it more difficult. We hold that weight at our chest, but we don't let it pull us forward. We keep those shoulders back while we're holding. We got 30 seconds there. From there, we're gonna come into a low plank. Now we can come from an incline position with our elbows on, hands down. Okay, try not to clench them together. That's when we roll our shoulders forward. Hands down, shoulders down. Nice straight line, shoulders are down, belly button's drawn in, quads are engaged. Hold for 30 seconds. We can also make it a little bit harder by dropping that incline position. Okay, coming to the ground and then coming into that incline, making sure we're not having our bum up or sagging down. Okay, nice straight line. So we've got 30 seconds of wall sit, 30 seconds of that low plank. We got 5 rounds. Our next series is a rainbow squat. Now we can go body weight, toes facing forward. We're in a little bit wider stance in our regular squat. Okay, we're gonna push that bum back. So I got one leg that's straight, other leg is bent. Okay, knees over top of that toe. I'm not jutting my hip out to the side and sitting back. Squeeze those glutes, stand up nice and tall every time. Sit back onto the other side. Squeeze that glute, stand up nice and tall. Okay? We can also add a weight to make it a little bit harder. We can hold onto that weight just between our legs. Sitting back, squeeze that glute, stand up nice and tall. Big exhale as we push away from the floor. We have 30 seconds there. From there, we're going to come down onto the ground and we got a prone snow angel for 30 seconds. A couple ways we can do it. Knees are bent, we're on those sit bones. We can have those hands right behind our bum. Feet come up and we extend out, sit tall. Extend out, sit tall. Those hands are there to help assist us. We can also take away those hands to make it more difficult. And we'll go 30 seconds there. All right, so 30 seconds rainbow, 30 seconds of that prone snow angel. We got 5 rounds. Our next set, we're gonna do a forward side shuffle, so make sure, okay, all these dumbbells, anything on the floor is just put to the side so we're not gonna trip on it. The length of your floor, length of your room. We're gonna sit down nice and low, we're gonna extend all the way across, all the way back, trying to stay nice and level, not trying to bob up and down. We're gonna go 30 seconds there. Faster you move those feet, the harder it becomes. And then your second exercise in that set is a squat to alternating cross crunch. Okay, so it's just body weight. You're gonna sit down into that squat, okay, toes forward or slightly open, but we're gonna sit down. As I stand up, I squeeze those glutes, and I drive opposite knee to opposite elbow. Foot goes back down. Squat, opposite knee to opposite elbow. And I alternate. Exhaling as I stand tall and drive that knee towards my elbow, bringing them together so I'm coming in a little bit of that crunch. Okay, and we got 30 seconds there. So 30 seconds into that floor shuffle, 30 seconds into that squat alternating crunch, and we got 10. I said it, 10 rounds.